Hi everyone, I'll be starting shortly. Okay, so we are live. Let's begin. Anyone who's able to watch me and if there is no audio issue, please confirm it once. Okay, thank you. So let's begin. So what we are seeing today is a flattish kind of session wherein both Nifty and Bank Nifty are flat, but there is a lot of action in most sectors. So as you can see right now, Nifty 500 gainers, most of the stocks that you see at top are fertilizer stocks, namely FPAC, GSFC, Deepak Fertilizer, RCF. So individual sectors have a lot of movement. If I talk about the breadth, then Nifty, it's mostly mixed. Half of the stocks are up, half of the down, and even for a broader index like Nifty 500, it looks like the same. So if I look at just the FNO buildup, then a lot of stocks are showing 80, about 86 are showing long buildup and 36 are showing short covering. So action is up in even in the FNO segment. And if we look at the heat map for the day, most of the indices are positive, and only healthcare and pharma index is marginally down. Apart from that, most of the indices are either flat or up. And the top winner for today seems to be the Nifty Metal Index, in which NMDC is the top gainer for today. So we'll look into everything. Let's begin with the top-down approach. Let's just start with the FIDI data as of Friday's closing. So if I look at cash market data, so after a lot of sessions, it was actually a day wherein FIs were marginal net buyers and DIs were net sellers. But the figures are very small, so not sure how much of it is relevant. So let's move on to derivatives. So this derivatives data was actually very bearish, wherein they sold 10,000 contracts in index futures and sold 150,000 contracts of index calls and bought 9,500 index put contracts. So all the three parameters were looking extremely bearish. But all of this could be associated with them managing their overnight risks due to the weekend, because we have uh, Israel and Palestine conflict ongoing. So how much of it is linked to just that overnight risk, or is it actually bearish, is hard to analyze for now. But if we are seeing such a big short buildup from FIs and the market is not going down, it can actually result in a short squeeze. So if I look at the same data in the form of a chart here in the FI net index position, which includes both futures and options, it actually made a new low, basically surpassing this level as well as this short level. The the net position crossed both and is very close to this lower oversold line, and we are in terms of price, the index is actually at a higher low. So this is actually a divergence wherein the sentiment is even more bearish than it was at previous lows. So uh, it's actually a good sign for a sentiment when the sentiment is worse at a mark, when the market is at a higher level and the sentiment is worse even than it was at the low. It's actually a bullish divergence. So We need to see from here on how the index reacts. If we see the index breaking key levels, then it would mean that the market is going with the direction where FIs are adding position. But because we are at an extreme level in positioning, if even a small positive thing comes out, it can actually result in very quick short covering. And we are already in a pre-expiry week, so it's a tricky spot, but we need to be aware of the sentiment based on positioning. If we talk about the swing indicator, then we had touched a reading of 81 a few days back, and after that we haven't really fallen, but we have just consolidated, and the swing is currently at 74. And talking about average swing, it should still be rising. Yeah, it is still rising and is currently at 75. Not yet overbought. I am asked to move my mic closer. Is it better now on Strike YouTube channel? Okay. If there's any other issue, please keep commenting. So other indicators like the put call ratio as well are still highlighting that we are still coming out of a oversold range. So yeah. So with that, let me have a quick look at diffusion indicators as well, if there is anything interesting. So mostly we are making higher highs and higher lows on most indicators. Stocks with RMI buy are consistently going up. Stocks above 20-day average are consistently going up. So not much change there. So let's begin into looking into the charts for the key indices. So the Nifty, as we have discussed, there was a trend line that it took support at couple of not couple but on Friday, and still it's trading mostly flat, marginally green. And if we talk about the setup, just waiting. Yeah, so all the factors were in green mode on daily chart since it was holding above the averages even after gapping down. So today also it is still trading above the 20-day average and nothing has changed on the daily chart. In terms of hourly chart, this is cycle has played out, and the index has protected the 40-hour average, and now we are looking at a fresh crossover bullish to the bullish side on this hours candle. So this was the risk that has played out, and now we could be starting another cycle on the hourly chart. uh, yeah, so I am actually live on two YouTube channels, so only on one channel the audio was probably lower. Okay, so next is Bank Nifty. So this has been relatively weaker, still unable to go above any key averages, but only trying to hold 10-day average. So if we'll go to the setup, still only RMI and the downtrend are in favor. Averages are still away. That is close to 44,630. So on the daily chart, those are the key resistance that still remains as is. On the hourly chart, similar to Nifty, this cycle has played out, and now it is looking at a probable bullish crossover in this hour. So similar setups for Nifty, Bank Nifty. So let's just try to analyze what could be the few sectors for the next few days. So one thing interesting I noticed while going through the seasonality scanner for today was I was checking which index has the best performance. So I have selected indices for next 30 days backtest. So as you can see at the top, it is Nifty PSU Bank with the median return being 12%. So what it means is in the last 10 years, out of last 10 years, 9 of the years PSU Bank index was positive during these days, and the days are 16th of October to 15th of November, that is 30 days. and the median return was 12%, which is higher than any other index. And maximum gain in some of the years was 28%, maximum loss was only 2%. So this is actually a very good risk reward based on seasonality. This is for 30 days, and if we look at 10 days, then also this index is coming at top with a, positive ratio of 80%. So this could be a highlight that can aid the Nifty Bank Index also. So let's look at PSU Bank Index chart also, if we can see something. So on the daily chart, RMI has come back to zero, and the price has come down to the lower band as well as the 40-day average, which is still away. So from here on, there is a possibility of a fresh cycle beginning even in the PSU Bank Index. So that is something to keep an eye on. So somebody's asking for HDFC Bank. So I'll look into stocks later, but HDFC Bank, it has results, I think. Yeah, today it has results, so it's better to wait it out. But we can just look at the setup if it makes any sense. It's very similar to Bank Nifty, wherein the RMI and the Dow trend is bullish, but still below averages. So this hurdle remains the same. One is at 1544 and another one is at 1568. So till that is crossed, it is still in a range. So let me just come back to scanners. I was trying to look at anything interesting in the candlesticks today. So let's see. So Nifty PSU Bank is actually a possible bullish engulfing, but it is very close to getting invalidated. So one needs to watch it till the closing time if it's a valid one. But that's actually a good one. I did notice it earlier. In terms of other good setups, there is but this is Morning Star. Rest are mostly spinning tops or doji stars in reversal patterns. Similarly, you can look at bearish ones also. So a lot of stars forming, both bearish as well as bullish. So we need to look at each one separately based on what we want to consider. And if we just look at broadly the Dow trend and RMI, let's look at what kinds of signals are coming more. So almost half and half of them look down to up and half of them up to down. So since we have already gotten a lot of up signals in last few days, the overall number of up stocks is way higher than the down ones. But same is the case with reversals. Many new down to up signals are coming. We need to analyze each one on its own. If you look at the same thing with the Rohit scanner, that is the RMI indicator, then also there here actually it is more apparent. Only 4 new sell signals and the rest of all are new buy signals. In terms of indices, consumer durable index is actually giving a fresh bullish signal. It may not have given in the last few days because mostly all of the indices ended up crossing over. So apart from that, many stocks are also in the new buy list. So one needs to check each and every one based on what your setup says. So as I was saying, for indices, yeah, if I just open indices, then you can see almost, let me sort here. So almost all indices are in bullish mode in daily chart. Only 2 are in sell mode, that is IT and PSU Bank. And PSU Bank also, we noticed that is about to complete the cycle. And many new early bullish signals are actually visible this hour. So let's sort. Yeah, many new early sell signals are looking possible in this hour. So that is something to watch out for if a new cycle is starting on the very short time frame chart. So yeah, all right. Now I'm not going into each and every chart. I'm just looking at scans broadly to get an idea. So let me also see if any stocks are crossing above a 20-day average. So here also quite a few names that are crossing above 20-day average in today's session, and consumer durable index is here as well. So we can actually go to the heat map of consumer durable index and check which all stocks are doing outperformance on 1 month or 3 month basis. So that is how you can check relative strength. So if we do 3 month, then this is the list of stocks that are actually outperforming within the uh, consumer durable index. Let's look at one of those randomly. This one is actually already trending, and it actually gave a bullish crossover a couple of sessions back. Yeah. So yeah, you can now come up with any queries that you have. Uh, First comment is, since Nifty seems to be ready for up move, which strike is worth choosing for buying Nifty CE? Uh, See, this is a very subjective question because depending upon what you like to trade, but mostly if you're an option buyer, people try to choose a strike that is close to the ATM, that is delta not too less than zero point 0.4. Okay. um so Paresh has sent two stocks, JK Bank and BF Utility. Okay. So it's a very trending chart, as you can see here. RMI is actually whipsawing into buy sell mode, but price is just touching 20-day average and going up, touching and going up. So no real reversal. You can look at even bigger chart, that is weekly. So it is just walking up the upper band, not even pulling back to 20-day. So if we have to have a level trail, then that would be this orange average, that is the 20-day average. So till it is above this 20-day average, it is continuing the existing trend. Other one is BF Utility. I have not looked at this chart earlier. So monthly is in bullish mode. Weekly is looking like crossing to the sell side. Daily is actually has given a fresh cross in previous session. So could be starting a fresh cycle by taking support at 40-day. So this recent levels, this zone if holds, should be good enough. This zone that it took support at recently should be good enough reversal level to watch out for. Okay. Any more questions on strike or any chart you want to look at? Hi, good afternoon here, Evils. Okay. So weekly, it's RMI is whipsawing, but it's trending above the averages. Let's look at daily chart. I think Havels is also a part of the consumer durable index. Let me confirm that. Yeah. So I was actually showing that consumer durable index was coming into bullish mode. So this is a chart from within that index. So let me go back to that. So this actually agrees with the index. It is you can see in today's session this turning green, that is new bullish crossover, similar with Dow trend, similarly crossing 20-day average, already above 40-day average. So all four factors turning bullish. And if we are to look at just the chart, then it may look like a triangle pattern. So let's try to draw that. So it looks like a range. Uh, Further, we can watch for this trend line to break, but otherwise, this looks fine. Jayant has messaged for Tata Steel. This was also in the new bullish crossover list for the RMI. I just saw in the scanners. Yeah, as you can see here, it is RMI is crossing over to the bullish side. Dow trend was already up on the brink of 20-day average as well. So not yet crossed, but yeah, this looks pretty fine if the daily cycle is going into fresh bullish mode. Hi, we can we use strike to find the delta of new? Yeah, actually, options module is not yet live, so it would be added in a few days. So once it is added, you can view the whole option chain and check delta and everything for options, and you can choose the strike. As of now, the options module is not there, but it's in the works already, so it should be live soon. Another one is Tata Consumer. Okay. Weekly weekly chart is trending, breaking out of a range. Daily chart already in bullish mode. All the things, all the factors are in green mode. That is the RMI, Dow trend, and averages. So yeah, it is looking like a breakout setup. Let If there is any resistance, then it should come from this trend line. Otherwise, once this line is taken out, then there is no clear resistance visible on the chart. Yeah, then no real resistance visible. Uh, Multiple charts in a one frame on strike. Multiple charts is in process. That is something we have considered, not yet done. So as of now, it's not there, but we'll surely look into it. Century Textile. So a fresh weekly cycle had started back in March, April. It is still trending that in that cycle only. RMI has gone back to sell mode with a divergence, but price has not reversed really. So on daily chart also, it hasn't broken down below any key averages. So till it is holding this daily averages, it should continue up. Uh, Pharma heat map. Sheila has messaged for reading pharma heat map. Okay, so if we go to today's heat map in pharma index, then you can choose the pharma index from the left side of the screen, and you can see today's performance as this. So many of the stocks are marginally negative. Only one is down more than 2%, and four, five, six stocks are positive. So that's how you check the heat map. And if you want to look at any other time frame, you can choose the time frame from here. That is 1 week or 1 month, and then you can look which stocks has been outperforming and which stocks have been underperforming that index. So on 3 month basis, uh, Biocon, About India, Torrent are actually underperformance, whereas Gland, Lupin, and Ipcalab are outperformers. So that is how you check the multiple time frame heat maps on strike. Sunil has messaged for OMCs. Okay, so I'll take that as a last chart for today. BPCL. So weekly, the larger time frame, nothing is in favor on the road setup. That is, its RMI is in sell, downtrend is negative below the weekly averages. So weekly time frame is not in favor at all. On daily, uh, RMI and downtrend have turned bullish, but it is still below the averages. So possibly this once these averages are held on closing basis, it should be enough. So what are the levels? 347.85 for the 20-day average and 351.3 for the 40-day average. So these are the key levels to cross to continue with the upside momentum. All right. I guess that's pretty much it with the queries. So we'll wrap up today's session, and we'll continue tomorrow. So do let us know your feedback on strike. How is it helping you in your daily analysis, and any new features if you would like to request, you can raise a ticket. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.